All right, let's continue. Can I be heard? The water. Okay. We were look at Job, the 6th chapter, and the 14th verse. To him, turn that off. Job 6 and 14. To him that is afflicted, pity should be shown from his friend, but he forsaketh the fear of the Almighty. See, if you're afflicted, pity should be shown from your friend. You haven't gone in affliction, pity should be shown from your friend, but he forsaketh the fear of the Almighty. My brethren have dealt deceitfully as a brook, and as the stream of brooks they pass away, which are blackish by reason of the ice, and wherein the snow is hid. What time they wax warm, they vanish. When it is hot, they are consumed out of their place. The paths of their way are turned aside. They go to nothing and perish. The troops of Tamar looked, the companies of Sheba waited for them. They were confounded, confused, because they had hoped. They came thither and were ashamed. But now ye are nothing. Ye see my casting down and are afraid. Did I say, bring unto me? Or give a reward for me of your substance? Give me something of what you have? Or deliver me from the enemy's hand? Or redeem me from the hand of the mighty? Teach me, and I will hold my tongue, and cause me to understand wherein I have erred. How forcibly are right words. But what does your arguing reprove? What is you arguing? What is this going to accomplish? Do you imagine to reprove words and the speeches of one that is desperate, which are as wind? Remember, Job was going through a lot. He had been through a lot, and he was going through a whole lot. He's like, well, my friends, in the time of need. Do you imagine reprove words and the speeches of one that is desperate, which are as wind? Yeah, ye overwhelm the fatherless, and you dig a pit for your friend. Instead of showing love, say, did a pit for your friend. Now therefore, be content. Look upon me, for it is evident unto you if I lie. Return, I pray you, let it be not be iniquity. Yeah, return again. My righteousness is in it. Is there iniquity in my tongue? Cannot my taste discern diverse things? See, I know what y'all about. You just telling them really what they're about. And they're not really about him. In comforting him in his time of need, in his affliction. Some people, whenever they see you down, they want to put their foot on you. Oh, now I can really get you. When that's the time you're supposed to show affection. If you roll it in the right spirit, Look at Job 19 and 13. He hath put my brethren far from me, and mine acquaintance are verily estranged from me. My kinfolks have failed, and my familiar friends have forgotten me. They that dwell in mine house, and my maids count me for a stranger. I am an alien in their sight. When he had all this money, he was rolling lots. He say, everybody's looking at us as an alien in their sight. I called my servant, and he gave me no answer. I entreated him with my mouth. My brother is strange to my wife, though I entreated for the children's sake of mine own body. So they came out of my own body. Yeah, young children despised me. I arose, and they spake against me. All my inward friends abhorred me. All my inward friends hated me. And they whom I love are turned against me. My bone cleaveth to my skin and to my flesh, and I am escaped with the skin of my teeth. Have pity upon me. Have pity upon me, O ye my friends, for the hand of the Most High hath touched me. Just let them know. You let them know their left hand. Say he said, put forth thine hand and touch all that he have. And I have Job that cursed the Most High to his face, so he knew this. But you the one said, have pity upon me. Have pity upon me, O ye my friends, for the hand of the Most High hath touched me. He said, why do you persecute me as the Most High, and are not satisfied with my flesh? Don't you see what I'm going through? So whenever you see things happening, these are the things that, knowing this is how people are. Job 2 and 9. Well, let's read up before that, so you can see what happened with Job. Now, on the left hand of the Most High, Satan that went down and killed his servants, took all his wealth. Now, Job 2 and 7. Then went Satan forth from the presence of the Most High, and smote Job with sore boils, from the sole of his foot unto his crown. And he took him a potsherd to scrape himself withal, and he sat down among the ashes. He had to scrape himself from his head to his toe, just potsherd, because he had boils from the sole of his foot unto the crown of his head, all over his body. Listen, verse 9, that's why I'm here. Then said his wife unto him, dost thou still retain thine integrity? Curse the Most High and die. Once again, Job 2 and 9. Then said his wife unto him, dost thou still retain thine integrity? Curse the Most High and die. You see how people were treating them from what we just went over. Now he was saying, hey, have affection toward me. Because he wasn't like that when I was rich and I had everything going on. Now that all that my riches have been taken away from me by the left hand of the Most High, and I had all these boils and I look terrible, his wife saying way back here. Then said his wife, verse 9, unto him, dost thou still retain thine integrity? Curse the Most High and die. But he said unto her, thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh. What? Shall we receive good at the hand of the Most High? And shall we not receive evil? In all this did not Job sin with his lips. Better understand. So when you read Isaiah 45 and 7, I form the light and create darkness. It's the Most High, power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I make peace and create evil. I, the Most High, power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, do all these things. People don't know him. Job knew him. That's why he did not curse with his lips. Still praised the Most High. Look at Lamentations 3:38. Lamentations 3:38. Out of the mouth of the Most High proceedeth not evil and good. See? Out of the mouth of the Most High proceedeth not evil and good. Better recognize. Let's go into Mashiach Yahushua. Look at Judas. Matthew 26. See? Let's start at verse 14. It says, then one of the 12, called Judas Iscariot, went unto the chief priests and said unto them, what will ye give me, and I will deliver him unto you? Talking about a Mashiach Yahushua. And they covenanted with him for 30 pieces of silver. Say, we'll sell him out for 30 pieces of silver. And from that time he sought opportunity to betray him. Now, look at Zechariah, I believe it's 11 and 12. Zechariah 11 and 12. Zechariah 11 and 12. And I said unto them, if ye think good, give me my price. And if not, forbear. So they weighed for my price 30 pieces of silver. See? And that's what Judas sold out of Mashiach Yahushua for, 30 pieces of silver. And from that time, in verse 16 of Matthew the 26th chapter, from that time he sought opportunity to betray him. Look at verse 48. Well, I'll start at 47. And while he yet spake, lo, Judas, one of the 12, came, and with him a great multitude with swords and staves from the chief priests and elders of the people. Now he that betrayed him gave them a sign, saying, whosoever I shall kiss, that same is he. Hold him fast. And forthwith he came to a Mashiach Yahushua and said, hail, master, and kissed him. Sold him out. Sellouts. Snitches. And the Mashiach Yahushua said unto him, friend, wherefore art thou come? Then came they and laid hands on the Mashiach Yahushua and took him. See? That's friends for you. Mark. And it's worse now than it was then. Mark 14 and 43. And immediately while he yet spake, cometh Judas, one of the 12, and with him a great multitude with swords and staves from the chief priests and the scribes and the elders. He had swords and staves coming after him. And he that betrayed him had given them a token, saying, whosoever I shall kiss, that same is he. Take him and lead him away safely. And as soon as he was come, he goeth straightway to him and said, master, master, and kissed him. Kissed him, Mashiach Yahushua. And they laid their hands on him and took him. And one of them that stood by drew a sword and smote a servant of the high priest and cut off his ear. That was Peter. Cut off his ear. And Mashiach answered and said unto them, are ye come out as against a thief with swords and with staves to take me? I was daily with you in the temple teaching, and you took me not, but the scriptures must be fulfilled. He cut them. He said, hey man, I was in the temple right there in your face, but you couldn't take me. You didn't take me then. He said, but the scriptures must be fulfilled. It's got to be fulfilled. In Psalms 22, go to Psalms 22. Scriptures have to be fulfilled. This whole chapter is pretty much talking about Mashiach Yahushua. Look at verse 6, Psalms 22 and 6. But I am a worm and no man, a reproach of men and despise of the people. All they that see me laugh me to scorn. They shoot out the lip, they shake their heads, saying, he trusted on the Most High that he would deliver him. Let him deliver him, saying he delighted in him. Look at Isaiah 53. Verse 3. He is despised and rejected of men, a man of sorrows and acquainted with grief. And we hid, as it were, our faces from him. He was despised and we esteemed him not. That's what Mashiach Yahushua. So I don't know where to get all this love from. They didn't love him. Surely he had borne our griefs and carried our sorrows. Yet we did esteem him stricken, smitten of the Most High, and afflicted. But he was wounded for our transgression, for the children of Israel's transgression. He was bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him, and with his stripes we are healed. You know, being able to go back to the Most High in love. All we, like sheep, have gone astray. We have turned everyone to his own way, especially now. Everybody went their own way. A lot of people that was knowing the truth, operating the truth, honoring the Most High Sabbath, now don't honor anything. They honor themselves. They go on their own way. Say, we have turned everyone to his own way, and the Most High have laid on him the iniquity of us all. I mean, how many people have forgotten about Mashiach Yahushua, his precious blood being shed for us, and going to the Most High still for them, even though they have forgotten him. The Most High laid all the wickedness, all the sins upon him. He was oppressed and he was afflicted, yet he opened not his mouth. He is brought as a lamb to the slaughter. He's a lamb of the Most High. He is brought to the slaughter. And as a sheep before her shearers is dumb, so he opened not his mouth. He was taken from prison and from judgment. And who shall declare his generation? For he was cut off out of the land of the living. For the transgression of my people was he stricken. And he made his grave with the wicked and with the rich in his death, because he had done no violence, neither was any deceit in his mouth. Yet it pleased the Most High to bruise him, to do what he did to him. He hath put him to grief, when thou shalt make his soul, his body, an offering for sin, for the children of Israel. He shall see his seed, he shall prolong his days, and the pleasure of the Most High shall prosper in his hand. That's why when you look at the Most High, his mission, look at the Mashiach Abishai's mission.